Hello everyone, this is Faisal, your coach and a lifelong student of philosophy, spirituality, and sciences. In today's episode, I want to talk about focus. How do you stay focused in your life? And I want to give you 3 powerful ideas that will help you gain more focus in your life, internally and externally. Okay, so first of all, why is focus important? Well, focus is your most valuable commodity because wherever you focus on, that's where most of your energy will go. Where do you consistently focus your mind on? If you're focusing on the things that are meaningful to you, the tasks that are meaningful to you, the goals that are meaningful to you, you will gain meaningful experiences out of them. But if you're focused on distractions, if you're focused on unnecessary things throughout the day, then that's where all of your energy will go to. And everything that you do on a day-to-day basis, that's what adds up to your life. That's what creates your life. So at the end of the day, your focus becomes your life. So ask yourself this question. What are you focusing on? Or ask yourself this, what am I focusing on a daily basis, for us to continue with this conversation? So like I said, I'll give you 3 powerful ideas you can use to focus more in your life. The first one is the vision that you create for your life. And it seems irrelevant to focus, but it's not. Why? Because most people just focus on the task that they're doing. They force themselves to do the task, whatever they're trying to do. They force themselves to get through the day. But there's nothing pulling them forward. There's nothing pulling them towards a vision, towards a goal, towards a mission. So you have to sit down in quiet and think about what you want to do in life. What's meaningful to you? What's important to you in life? And this will take some time to think through, and the more you think about this, the more easily you will come up with your mission. And why is this important? Because when you have this a vision, a mission in life, something that's meaningful to you, something that you're working towards, that could be the life that you want to create for you and your family. That could be you wanting to serve other people. This is part of my mission, wanting to serve you guys. Not only because I enjoy doing this myself, but also I want to be able to help as many people raise the quality of life for themselves and for the people around them. And I want to help my loved ones, my community around me do the same thing. And I also want to raise my quality of life by doing these kind of trainings and videos and seminars, all the things that I do related to coaching and personal development. So that becomes part of my mission. So whenever I do something, I have to check with that mission, whether it's progressing my life based on that mission or not. And that's what you have to come up with, is what is your mission? What is your grand mission towards life? What brings you meaning in life? What moves you what will help you move forward in life? And I'll give you another example. Another way you can look at it is if a person is going to gym just for the sake of being healthy. There's very little motivation in that for us. Why are we being healthy? For what reason? Just because society tells us to be healthy? Just because we need to be healthy? But let's say that person thought about going to the gym or exercising as being part of his energy, part of the energy that he needs to move forward towards his dreams or goals, or towards her dreams or goals, part of his or her energy to spend time, the energy that he or she will need to spend time with their loved ones, with their children, with their family, with their community, with their friends, to be more vibrant and present with them. And that's why that person goes to the gym. That's why that person remains healthy, to serve his community, to serve the people around them, and to enjoy life more. And that will pull you more forward towards doing that, rather than you just thinking, oh, I should go to the gym. Okay, that first part was about your vision. Now, I want to talk about two aspects of focus. So the second and third idea. The second idea is external focus. Sorry, the second one is internal focus. We'll get to external focus after this. So the internal focus, what is that? So what are your thoughts and emotions focused on? What kind of thoughts do you have on a consistent basis? Do you have negative thoughts that pull you down and make you feel unimportant, make you feel like you don't deserve things, make you feel like you shouldn't be doing what you're doing? Do you have thoughts that make you look at other people negatively, make you look at yourself negatively? Do you have emotions such as jealousy? Do you have other negative emotions that are inhibiting your growth? And that becomes part of your internal focus, because if you have those thoughts and emotions on a consistent basis, then what ends up happening is that they zap much of your energy and focus. And they become part of your habit. And a big thing with internal and external focus is the kind of habits that you've created for yourself. So internally, you might have created the habit of thinking negatively over time. And you might have created the habit of feeling negatively over time. So then what's the solution for that? The solution for that is to become self-aware. I've talked about this several times in my video on emotions. You can go watch that. I did another video on presence. That's very helpful. So when you become self-aware of yourself, I'll briefly explain this here. What that means is that you become present with yourself. You become present with your body. You become present with your thoughts. You become present with your emotions. You become the observer of your thoughts and emotions, not just in it. The difference being, and I call this the observer-thinker phenomenon. So if you're a thinker, you become your thoughts. So if you've ever watched a movie, if you've been into a movie so much, there is a moment, a lot of people call this cathartic experience, where you go into the movie, you don't even feel like you're separate from the movie. And you get so involved in a movie that nothing outside of you matters. But then you could just be watching a movie, walking around, or watching a show and doing other things. You're watching it, you can see what's going on, but it's not. You're not into it. That's the observer side of it. That's just an analogy for you to get it. So from now on, whenever you have negative thoughts and emotions, I want you to become that observer of your thoughts and emotions. Observe it as if you were observing another person or another being or another thing. And the more you become that observer, the more you separate yourself from those negative thoughts, the less they affect you over time. So when you do this on a consistent basis, you create a habit. Once you become an observer, then you can consciously pick what kind of thoughts you want for yourself. So now that you become aware of what kind of thoughts you have, if there are a lot of negative thoughts, then when you become the observer of those thoughts, they will subside over time. And then what you do is you replace them with more consciously directed thoughts, or more positive thoughts that will help you move your life forward. So the more you do this consciously, the more you're creating a habit to have a better focus in your life. So better internal focus. So your internal thoughts and emotions become more positive over time. And always keep in mind that the thoughts and emotions that you have are built up over a long time. And they've become part of your subconscious mind. They've become part of your habit system. So they will take some time to subside. It won't happen overnight, it won't happen the next day, but the more you stick with this observer thinker perspective, the more you consciously pick your thoughts, the more you're going to create habits that will be helpful towards moving your life forward. And when you do this, and when your internal focus becomes positive, then you will have a lot of energy to focus on the more externally positive aspects of your life. Because most people, they run out of energy before they even want to focus on the things that are important to them externally. So that's why internal focus becomes so important. Okay, now the third powerful idea is your external focus. What are you focusing on externally in your day-to-day life? Are you focused on the things that will move your life forward? Or are you focused on distractions, such as watching prank videos, or such as browsing on Facebook, or being on YouTube and watching hours and hours of videos for no reason, or being on Netflix? I mean, there's nothing wrong with accessing those mediums. A lot of my material is on those mediums, but you have to schedule your day. If you want to watch Netflix, schedule an hour, half hour, 2 hours to watch it. If you want to schedule checking your email, schedule 30 minutes to watch it, to check your email. But don't consistently go and obsessively check your email, stay on the browser. And with browser, the dangerous thing is that when you click on one thing, then it takes you to another thing, and another article pops up, another video pops up, and before you know it, after 2-3 hours, you don't even know where you are. And you've lost 2-3 hours of your day. And and you've lost all the mental energy that you needed to focus on the things that matter to you in life. So let's talk about what kills external focus. Your external focus is killed by three most important factors. One is distractions. The number one reason people don't focus on the task at hand is because they're constantly distracted by their browser, by their phone. I mean, we have all these smartphones, but most people don't know that you can set it up so you don't get notifications consistently about email, about messages, about Viber messages, about WhatsApp messages, all kinds of other apps that are coming around. You can set it up so it quiets all the messages. And I can tell you on my phone, the only messages that will come up is my text messages and phone call on a normal basis. I don't have any other notifications on. If I turn on my phone, I only see the clock. There's nothing else that shows unless I put in my password and I go into the phone, in which case I'll see the calls and the rest of them. And when I'm working, my phone is on do not disturb mode. Why? Because as soon as you get a call, you get distracted, and you need to go, by the time you go back to your work, that you lose focus for another 15-30 minutes. And then you get another call after half an hour, or another text message, or another notification. And then this is how people lose most of their day. So you have to make a decision as to what you want to focus on. And when you do that, then you have to remove the distractions in your life. And your phone is one of the main distractions that you have around you. And then you have your environmental distractions. You have your big screen TV right in front of you with PS4 or PS3, where as soon as you look at it, you want to play. Or do you have other things that might distract you in your environment? Where's your work area? Keep it clear. The only thing you need to have in front of you is your computer or your pen and pad or whatever you're working on, or the book that you're reading, whatever it is that's moving your life forward. That's what you're focused on in that moment. So the second one that kills your focus is saying yes to everything. And I want to actually go back and say that if you set up your phone on do not disturb mode, and most of the smartphones, what you can do is you can set up add emergency contacts. The contacts that are going to try to reach you in emergencies. That could be your wife, that could be your children, that could be your somebody close to you who would normally want to reach you. Those are the only calls that you will get when your phone is on do not disturb. So you don't have to worry about missing emergencies. Moving forward, the second one that kills your focus, second factor is most people have a habit of saying yes to everything. But we talked about in the beginning, we talked about your vision. your mission in life. Always check with that mission before you say yes to anybody. Get people to be conditioned to let you think about what you want to do. A lot of people think that everything is an emergency, so we all have this thing, oh, I need this help with this thing, this has to be done right now. But ask them, when does it actually need to be done? When do you actually need help? And then people will tell you the actual answer. And then check with your mission. How is this going to move your life forward? How is this going to help you serve the people around you? Is this part of that or not? Is this going to do anything for you, or are you just doing it because you feel bad? So try saying no more to people, because the more you say no, the more time and focus you will have available for yourself to work on what matters to you and to the people around you that you're going to be serving. And the third thing, lack of planning your day, your week, your month. Most people just get up, roll out of bed, and just think, oh, what do I have to do today? But for you to be productive, for you to focus on your tasks, you have to learn to plan your day. And one important thing you can do with that is spend the first hour of your day, or you can do that the night before. You can sit down and write down all the things that you need to accomplish to move your life forward. And this might seem simple, but most people don't do this. But if you actually write down, think about it, write down what is it, what are some of the things, 5 things you can write down that I have to do, 3 to 5 things that I have to do to move my life forward towards my vision, towards my mission, towards what I want to do in life, towards what's meaningful to me in life. And the more you do this consistently, the more focused you will be on the task at hand. And these ideas will help you think about how you can focus in life. And there are many other things you can use to focus in life. But the bottom line is that you have to know your vision. What is it that you're working towards? What's pulling you forward towards that mission? What's your vision for life? What kind of life do you want in, let's say, 5 years, and 10 years, and 20 years? Who do you want to serve in your life? What brings you meaning in your life? Think about these questions and sit down and write down the answers to these. And the more you sit down, the more the answers will become clear for you. Many people will not sit down and take the time and write these things down. And those will be the people who will wake up in 10 years, 20 years down the road and say, where am I? And where do I want to go? And you don't want to be the one who will be asking those questions in 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road. Your life is important. Your focus is important. Don't be distracted by the environmental distractions that you have, your internal thoughts that you have, the negative thoughts that are taking away from your energy, from your focus. So again, in summary, make sure you have a vision for your life to focus more. Make sure you have your internal focus aligned. Make sure you become the observer of your thoughts. And make sure you pick your thoughts consciously so you can create better habits, internal thinking habits. And externally, make sure you create habits by removing distractions from your environment, by removing distractions when it comes to your phone, when it comes to your browser, when it comes to your external environment, by saying more no to people, and by planning your day more. And the more you do this, the more you will realize that you're more focused on the tasks that are more meaningful to you, and the more consistent you are with these ideas, the more you will realize that your life is moving forward. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'd love to hear what you think about this idea about focus. Leave your comments below, and make sure you like and share this video so I can help more people with these ideas, concepts, and strategies. Thank you very much. Have a great week.